What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about the Doom raids, the second Doom raid, and specifically about the tech lane, because since my guide on how to beat the tech lane on Doom 2.3, a lot of people have asked me, do I need Star-Lord T'Challa? Can I use other characters if I'm not able to unlock him or get him at a decent amount of yellow stars and red stars? So in this video we are going to talk about this and answer those questions, because yes, it's very important to give you the information and make you aware that no, the important characters for the tech lane is not Star-Lord T'Challa. The important characters on the tech lane, especially on the second node, definitely on the second node and on the third node, the most important character to not have is Kestrel. You cannot use Kestrel on those nodes in case you want to be successful in both of them. In case you just want to attack one of the nodes, that's fine, but if you want to be successful back to back from the second node to the boss node, then you cannot use Kestrel. The other two important characters, the one you actually need to have, is Lady Deathstrike and Doctor Doom. Those are the two most important characters for the tech lane. And the other characters that you use, you can actually be flexible about it. You don't have to use Shuri, you don't have to use Star-Lord T'Challa. The ones you really need to have is Lady Deathstrike and Doctor Doom, so get them as high as possible, especially because they are also pretty good for Dark Dimension. Okay, so let's take a look at the characters that we have available, and then I'm gonna show you a clip of a very controversial character being used on the tech lane on Doom 2.3. Difficulty 3, this is always difficulty 3. Okay, so we have Kate Bishop coming soon. There are many content creators talking about Kate Bishop for Dark Dimension and tech lane Doom raids. I already feel the regret that they are going to have after, but yeah, I'm already telling you, for the few people that watch me, don't do it, big mistake. Just look at her kit, it's not kit for raids, it's not a kit for Dark Dimension. If you do it, you are at your own responsibility. But the character that I think has a lot of value, and of course this is going to be extremely controversial, is this guy right here. This guy is amazing. He provides so much control, and especially for the boss node. I have used him on the second node and on the boss node, and he provides tons and tons of utility thanks to his additional control. Plus, whenever someone kills a minion or an enemy, he is going to get a turn meter the same way that Star-Lord T'Challa does. The only problem with him is that he has very mediocre stats, and we have to wait and see when he's going to get a rework, because as soon as this guy gets a minor rework in terms of his stats, he will be meta on that exact day. Now, if we pair him up with Dr. Octopus, he gets 40% more HP, and that is very convenient, increases his survivability by quite a lot. You almost double his HP, so he has almost 300,000, he becomes like 400 and something thousand, which is not terrible. And once again, because of all that additional control that he's providing, he is going to be very helpful. So from all the characters that I mentioned, I can make videos about using Nebula. I can make the other ones maybe not so much, because I don't want to waste the ISO weight. But in this specific video we are going to take a look at Vulture on the boss node, and I'm not gonna lie, this video is actually from 2 months ago. It's not any recent or anything. This was from 2 months ago, and this guy is not even level 85. He's quite cheap. I'm not recommending you to gear up this character. I geared him up for Dark Dimension a long time ago. Other people have done it as well, even for Dark Dimension 5. So if you are one of the few people that have this guy at 6 yellow stars or 7 or maybe even at 5, is a possibility. If you cannot unlock Star-Lord T'Challa and set him to a decent star level and gear level, there are other options on the board. So let's take a look at this guy in action and see how exactly he does, how well he does. Okay, so here we go. I was trying to see if I can show the title of the video so you can see when this was recorded, but this was from January. So let's take a look at this. We are using Vulture, Lady Deathstrike, Dr. Octopus, Dr. Doom and Misty Knight. Misty Knight, she provides additional control, Vulture provides additional control, and Dr. Octopus provides some healing and also some buffs for the team. Okay, so with Vulture you want to use his special on Colin Wing, so you can slow and offense down everyone else around him. And this gives you an additional time because he goes before Black Widow. Now we use the special of Lady Deathstrike. We turn rewind all these mofos, and now with Dr. Octopus we can extend all of that, so the offense down, slow and whatever is gonna last 3 turns. And having offense down on the enemies is the same as having defense up on your team, so even that we don't have Shuri, it is somewhat similar. Okay, so because of that slow on those guys, Misty Knight goes way earlier. Make sure you always apply Disrupt to Miss Marvel, so whenever you go big boom boom, she doesn't bounce. And after you can attack the enemies with your Lady Deathstrike. Now, depending on your damage output, you can focus on Dr. Doom or you can focus on Polaris. Polaris is very annoying, and the disrupts that she applies is something that you want to avoid as much as possible. So as soon as you are done with Dr. Doom, go after Polaris. Okay, so we are applying turn rewind to them. You saw he's getting 500 turn meter because we got rid of Black Widow and also of the Gregs. Now Dr. Doom died, another 250 or another 25% turn meter for Vulture, so he's very similar to Star-Lord T'Challa in terms of getting turn meter. Now we apply once again ability block to Colin Wing, and this is how we keep her under control. Now you can have Vulture as a skirmisher or as a striker, it doesn't have a lot of difference, but with striker he does really high damage. Okay, so we are trying to get rid of Polaris so she doesn't do anything funny to us. Now we have offense up, let's see the damage. 400,000 with Vulture as a skirmisher. This was skirmisher attack. Okay, so these two are done. I still attack that Miss Captain Marvel, even that was unnecessary. Now we need to start working on the other characters. Because we have this slow from Vulture, it feels like we have so much more time than we have otherwise. It's very impactful to have this slow, and this is why it becomes very interesting to use these characters. Because with the additional turn rewind of Lady Deathstrike, it feels like these slows last for a lot longer. You just have turns back to back and it's just great. Okay, so now we go after Colin Wing. We don't have more ability blocks for her, so we need to get rid of her. We also deleted Miss Marvel, and now we are going to apply slow to everyone, because why not? This requires for you to have the T4 on the special of Vulture to always guarantee that he has the slow, but as you can see, it's very important. With Dr. Octopus you can have him as a healer or as a skirmisher. The skirmisher will increase the chance of applying slow to the enemies as well. With Lady Deathstrike we double swipe, turn rewind the enemies. Once again they have slow, so we have tons and tons of additional time to attack them. We go big boom boom once again. Now Vulture is going to turn rewind the enemies once again, and you can see they still didn't have a single turn. Okay, so let's see, now we can apply defense down to one of the enemies that matter. Now we are going to swipe everyone away with Delay That Strike. Unfortunately, sometimes it bugs out and it didn't chain the 6 attacks like it's supposed to. But yeah, it's part of MSF, knowing that most of the times things don't work. So I decided to go after Mary Hill, because I don't want the additional minions. That's fine, I'm good with ones I have. Here Captain Marvel goes after my Vulture. Okay, that's cool. Here I should have done the healing. I was a little bit greedy, I'm gonna be honest, very greedy, but that's fine. I apply the slow once again to Black Widow and apply Disrupt to her so she doesn't do anything funny. And now we are going to time out, but as you can see, we did very well. And it's better than many people out there are doing. We almost one-shot this node using a mediocre, terrible, I don't know, underrated, I would say underrated character like Vulture. Okay, so now we are going to clean this off. Unfortunately, Missy Knight died, but we can replace her with anyone else. And if Hela is gone, then you can take your... if Hela dies and Mary Hill, if there are no more minions, then you can just take your Kestrel or whatever and finish off the node, and we'll be fine. So yeah, like when you have a good amount of control, you don't need to have a lot of support characters. As you saw, there was so much turn rewind and slows and whatever from Vulture and from Lady That Strike that most of the times the enemies had no chance of doing anything. Now, I do not recommend this strategy for everyone. It requires you to know the characters very well, the turn orders and everything. With Misty Knight, with Vulture and whatever, so you know that you need to offense down Colin Wing, you need to know that you need to stun her and ability block her and so on, in order for you to don't fail. Otherwise, if you don't know what you're doing, you are gonna fail probably. Either way, you can use this video as a guide for your attempts, I guess. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Vulture, yes, he's back in the meta. You don't need Star-Lord T'Challa. We had a tech answer right here all along. But yeah, he's one of the most interesting characters. Unfortunately, the stats are not up to date. But if you are one of the lucky people that got big red stars on him, and if you don't have cash to invest on Star-Lord T'Challa and get him to at least 4 yellow, 4 red. 3 yellow, 3 red is playable, but 4 red, 4 yellow is more interesting. Then you can still use your free-to-play Vulture and your legendary Dr. Octopus, that is also free-to-play obtainable. And you can achieve great success if you follow my strategies. So yeah, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, like always, make sure to smash that like button. And if you found the information helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.